The Comox Valley is one of the best places to live, but more and more residents are struggling to find a place to live that they can afford. The Comox Valley Regional District is taking a number of actions to address the housing needs and affordability challenges that residents are facing. A key part of these solutions is the creation of a local government housing authority to facilitate the creation of more non-market rental housing. This short video explains what this means to you and your community. 10 years ago, apartments in the region rented for an average of $750 per month. In 2024, those rates had more than doubled to approximately $1,600 per month, and wage increases haven't kept up. With skyrocketing rent increases, a growing number of people in the Comox Valley are spending a third or more of their income on housing. Many low and moderate income households, especially seniors, young adults, and single parents, are at risk of losing their housing. While there are many different solutions required to address the affordability crisis, housing experts have identified the need to significantly increase the supply of what is called non-market rental housing. To understand what this means, let's first describe market rental housing. Market rentals are owned by individuals and businesses that make a profit by renting their units at the highest amount that people will pay. In comparison, non-market rental housing is owned and operated by societies, cooperatives, or government agencies that are not trying to make a profit off tenants. Rental rates are set to cover the building's operating costs, like mortgage payments, building maintenance, and taxes. This means rent levels can vary, but they are generally below market rates. To support affordability, non-market rental housing is usually funded by large grants from the federal and provincial governments to support construction, and in some cases, ongoing rent control. There is one more important point. Non-market rental housing is not emergency, transitional, or shelter housing. These services provide short-term, temporary housing to people experiencing or at risk of homelessness. So, what will the CVRD Housing Authority do, and how will it help our community? The CVRD is creating a housing authority to develop more non-market rental housing in the region. But what does this mean, and how will it bring more non-market rentals to the Comox Valley? The CVRD's Housing Authority will work with nonprofit housing organizations already operating in the valley to address housing barriers, which include finding appropriate land for non-market housing and doing pre-development work and analysis that is required to obtain federal and provincial funding. Secondly, the authority will create partnerships and coordinate with local governments, housing organizations, and federal and provincial housing agencies. The authority may also build and operate non-market housing, but this will be based on local needs and conditions. With strong competition for federal and provincial government grants, the CVRD Housing Authority will help our region capture more funding and unlock new, non-market rental housing. So how much will this cost, and how will it be funded? A public approval process for the CVRD's Housing Authority was conducted in early 2025, which included a maximum annual budget of $1.5 million. Ultimately, the CVRD board decides how much financial support to provide the authority, and the board has currently assigned a total budget of $880,000 per year. This will cost approximately $30 per year for a homeowner with a residential property valued at the regional average of $865,000. Investing in a housing authority doesn't mean that the CVRD is taking on all the responsibilities for affordable housing. But it does recognize local government's role in facilitating affordable housing and ensuring that the Comox Valley captures more federal and provincial grants. Studies have consistently shown that investing in affordable housing reduces demands on emergency, health, and social services, increases investment in the local economy, and helps to ensure that the people who work here can afford to live here. About 1 in every 5 households in the Comox Valley lives in unaffordable housing. As no one level of government, sector, or organization can solve this challenge single-handedly, the CVRD is taking action through a coordinated and collaborative approach. Market housing will continue to supply the majority of new housing, but there is a clear need for more non-market housing with rents based on costs and affordability, not profit. The Comox Valley Housing Authority is being launched in 2026, and for a relatively small investment by taxpayers, will help provide residents with safe, secure, and affordable housing.